Introduction. Menopause is a biological phenomenon that signifies the end of a woman's natural ability to reproduce. It can have profound consequences on a woman's physical, emotional, and mental health. Menopause is not merely the cessation of menstruation. Rather, it is the beginning of a period of profound personal change that continues for years. When a woman reaches menopause, her reproductive years are officially over. Usually, but not always, it happens to women in their 40s and 50s. The female body undergoes a number of physiological and hormonal changes during this time that stops it from being able to conceive. That a woman's capacity to conceive naturally declines as her ovaries release less hormones, resulting in an irregular menstrual cycle and, ultimately, the cessation of menstruation. The few years before menopause is known as perimenopause. During this time, hormonal shifts cause irregular periods and other symptoms including hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings, and altered sleep schedules because the body is adjusting to the new hormone levels. Changes in bodily functions are common as women hit menopause and as estrogen levels continue to drop. These alterations can have far-reaching effects on the body, including symptoms such as vaginal dryness, vaginal wall weakening, and even discomfort during sexual intercourse. Estrogen's protective role in maintaining healthy blood vessels can be affected by menopause, which can have negative consequences for cardiovascular health. Lower estrogen levels have been linked to an increase in cardiovascular disease and other cardiovascular disorders in women. That it's important to keep in mind that every woman's experience of menopause is unique. While some may sail through the change with few difficulties, others may struggle greatly. Menopause can manifest differently in every woman depending on genes, environment, and her health. The remaining chapters of this book will cover everything you need to know about menopause. Chapter 1. An Introduction to Menopause. Menopause is preceded by a period known as the perimenopausal phase. Hormonal changes occur at this point in a woman's life and might cause her to feel a wide range of emotions and physical sensations. Infrequent menstrual cycles are an early sign of perimenopause. Periods can be lighter or heavier than usual, or even completely absent in some months. In addition to menstrual cycle fluctuations, hot flashes, characterized by abrupt sensations of extreme heat and sweating, typically accompanied by a rapid heartbeat, are a common symptom of perimenopause. Vaginal dryness is a common side effect of fluctuating estrogen levels and can make sexual activity unpleasant for women. Alterations in estrogen and progesterone levels can also affect the uterine lining, which can cause irregular and sometimes excessive menstrual flow. Mood swings, anxiety, and depression are all frequent experiences during perimenopause. The perimenopausal phase is also characterized by a reduction in libido, and lowered sexual desire due to hormonal imbalances can put a burden on romantic relationships. Some women may also experience cognitive problems such as memory and focus issues. This condition, which is commonly referred to as brain fog, can be quite annoying and scary for individuals who are experiencing it. Many women may also have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep at this time, often because of night sweats, anxiety, or other discomforts. The perimenopausal transition can be rough, but it's important to keep in mind that it's a normal aspect of becoming older and that you're not alone. Seeking advice and comfort from loved ones and medical professionals is a great way to ease the stress of this change. It's also important to eat well and regularly at this time. Support bone health and lower osteoporosis risk by eating foods high in calcium and vitamin D. Eat diets rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins during this period. Hormone therapy may be an option for women whose symptoms are severe enough to seriously reduce their quality of life. HRT may not be appropriate for everyone, and it's important to talk to a doctor about the dangers and benefits before deciding to try it. Some women may get relief from conventional medicine, as well as from alternative and complementary therapy. Acupuncture, meditation, and the use of herbal supplements have all shown promise in the management of symptoms of this condition. Women experiencing perimenopause can benefit greatly from joining a support group or an online community of women going through the same thing. A sense of community and mutual support can develop when people who are going through similar situations share their stories, advice, and methods of dealing with adversity. Changes in hormones and their effects. The female reproductive organs, including the uterus and breasts, rely on estrogen for their growth and health. It helps control the menstrual cycle, so that ovulation occurs regularly and the uterus is ready for a possible pregnancy. Estrogen also aids in the preservation of bone health, skin suppleness, and vaginal lubrication. Progesterone, on the other hand, helps in preparing the uterus for conception. After ovulation occurs throughout the menstrual cycle, progesterone levels rise, causing the uterine lining to thicken and preparing the uterus to receive a fertilized egg. In the absence of successful fertilization, progesterone levels fall and menstruation begins. When a woman reaches menopause, her ovaries produce less estrogen and progesterone than they did before. Menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, nocturnal sweats, and mood swings might be triggered by these hormonal changes. Menopause is influenced by a wide variety of hormones, not just estrogen and progesterone. The pituitary gland secretes follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, and luteinizing hormone, LH, which regulate ovulation and menstruation, respectively. In an effort to combat the drop in estrogen production that occurs with menopause, FSH and LH levels rise. Also, females often have lower levels of androgens like testosterone. These hormones are important to sexual desire, stamina, and bone health. As estrogen levels decline during menopause, maintaining or increasing androgen levels can help maintain bone density and libido. Bone density can be negatively impacted by the drop in estrogen levels that occurs during menopause, increasing the risk of osteoporosis. Reducing estrogen levels can hasten bone loss because it disrupts the delicate equilibrium between bone production and resorption. During menopause, women undergo a wide range of physical and emotional changes, and it is crucial that they have a firm grasp on the complex interplay of estrogen, progesterone, and other hormones. When the body is missing certain hormones, hormone replacement therapy, HRT, can help relieve menopause symptoms. Hormonal shifts during menopause can have an effect on a woman's mental health and well-being. For example, estrogen is involved in controlling emotions and improving memory. Insomnia can result from hormonal abnormalities, particularly a drop in progesterone. Some women may experience exhaustion and low energy due to a confluence of sleep disruptions and emotional changes. Menopause has also been linked to changes in body weight and composition. Some women may have an increase in belly fat when estrogen levels decline. This is associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Because stress can amplify hormone imbalances and menopausal symptoms, stress management and relaxation strategies might be helpful. Activities like yoga and meditation can help alleviate stress and improve mental health. Women going through menopause would do well to reach out for help from medical professionals. Menopause is not a sickness, but a normal part of a woman's life cycle. While some women may go through menopause with little challenge, others may have considerable difficulties. Women and their healthcare providers can work together to create individualized plans for navigating menopause in a way that promotes health and good quality of life. It's important for women to keep an eye on their health as they enter menopause and during the transition. In this stage of life, preventative care like regular checkups and screenings is even more important. Because of the potential impact of hormone fluctuations on a woman's bones, heart, and other risk factors, it is important for women to keep an eye on these areas. After menopause, weak and brittle bones are a long-term worry due to the increased risk of osteoporosis. Maintaining bone density and lowering fracture risk can be accomplished with regular exercise, especially weight-bearing exercises like walking or resistance training. Bone health also depends on getting enough calcium and vitamin D, either from food or supplements. It is important for women to keep up a healthy lifestyle after menopause, when they may be more vulnerable to heart disease. This involves eating healthily, exercising frequently, not smoking, controlling stress, and maintaining a healthy blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Emotional and psychological effects of menopause. Hormonal fluctuations can play a significant role in the development of mood swings and emotional instability. Emotional and mood-related chemicals in the brain are directly influenced by estrogen. During menopause, a drop in estrogen levels can lead to a rise in irritability, anxiety, and depression in women. Body image and self-esteem are also affected during menopause. It can be difficult to accept the menopausal weight increase, loss of skin elasticity, and new hair growth patterns. The media's fixation on young beauty and the belief that menopause means you're getting old can both add to a sense of inadequacy and a loss of sexual appeal. During this time, some women may notice cognitive abnormalities such as forgetfulness, inattention, and general cloudiness. Those who have always taken pride in their sharp mind may find these shifts frustrating and unsettling. Pre-existing mental health disorders such as depression and anxiety might be made worse by the hormonal swings and related emotional stress. Symptoms of these illnesses may be exacerbated after menopause, necessitating special care for women who already suffer from them. Emotional symptoms of menopause can be treated with non-hormonal treatments. These include antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds. Taking any of these drugs has been shown to have positive effects on both mood and well-being. Again, it's important to tailor treatments to each woman individually to provide the best possible outcomes. Emotional difficulties during menopause can also be alleviated by adopting a healthy lifestyle that includes regular exercise and eating a balanced diet. Endorphins, which are released during exercise, have been shown to improve mood. Women should also engage in stress reduction practices like meditation, yoga, or mindfulness. Misconceptions about menopause. The idea that menopause occurs overnight is wrong. Menopause is a natural transition that might take place over the course of several years. Another misconception is that women lose their sexuality and femininity after menopause. Menopause does not lessen a woman's sexuality, despite the fact that hormonal changes might have an impact on desire and vaginal dryness. Since they no longer have to think about menstruation or birth control, many women find this phase liberating. It's commonly believed that only elderly women experience menopause. While most women experience menopause between the ages of 45 and 55, it can occur early in some cases due to health issues. It's crucial to be aware of this potential in order to spot signs early and get help if necessary. The idea that menopause causes memory loss and mental decline is another common misconception. Menopause can cause memory problems in some women, although it does not cause dementia or serious cognitive impairment. Temporary memory loss can occur due to things like lack of sleep or stress. Menopause is often accompanied by anxiety and a sense of loss, particularly for women who are undergoing an identity crisis or coming to terms with the end of their reproductive years. If women want to deal with these emotions in a healthy way, they must reach out for help, whether from loved ones or a trained counselor. Chapter 2. The effects of menopause on health. Menopause symptoms such as hot flashes and night sweats can severely impact a woman's quality of life, but there are ways to cope. The first step is learning what foods, drinks, or habits that trigger hot flashes and avoiding them. When these triggers are avoided or reduced, symptoms often improve considerably. Hot flashes can be emotionally taxing on women, but they can be managed with the use of relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga. Because stress can increase the severity of menopausal symptoms, learning to control it can help you have fewer and milder symptoms overall. Exercising regularly has been found to lessen the occurrence and intensity of hot flashes. Exercise improves health in many ways, including hormonal balance. It is important to avoid doing things that bring on symptoms, as several forms of high-intensity exercise have been shown to exacerbate hot flashes in some women. Eating a diet full of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains has been linked to improved health and may be useful in alleviating menopausal symptoms. While results may vary from person to person, some research suggests that eating soy-based foods or taking phytoestrogen pills may help some women. Some women also find relief from using antidepressants or anti-anxiety drugs like selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, or serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors, SNRIs. Women can take control of their experience with menopause by making changes to their lifestyle. Acupuncture and other alternative therapies, such as herbal supplements, have helped some women. A healthy weight, achieved by a balanced diet and regular exercise, can also have a beneficial effect on menopause symptoms. Hormonal imbalances and hot flashes may both be exacerbated by excess body fat. During menopause, when the risk of osteoporosis rises, it is especially important to pay attention to eating a balanced, nourishing diet that includes foods high in calcium and vitamin D. Keeping a symptom diary may be helpful for some women. Keeping a log of hot flashes and night sweats can help one recognize patterns and develop individualized strategies for dealing with them. Women whose menopausal symptoms severely impair their daily lives should seek professional help in addition to medical treatment and changes to their lifestyle. Experts in menopause management, such as gynecologists or endocrinologists, can provide individualized guidance and treatment recommendations that take into account each patient's unique health challenges. Bone health. During menopause, estrogen levels drop dramatically, which has a negative effect on bone density. There is a correlation between this deterioration and osteoporosis. For strong, healthy bones, a diet high in calcium and vitamin D is essential. Bone mineralization requires calcium, and vitamin D facilitates calcium absorption. Calcium-rich foods include dairy products, leafy greens, almonds. Vitamin D-rich foods include those exposed to sunlight. Bone loss and weakening can be prevented by refraining from smoking and drinking too much. Bone density declines when the hormone estrogen is disrupted, and drinking too much alcohol can have a similar effect on calcium levels and bone metabolism. Women who are at a higher risk or who have previously experienced considerable bone loss may benefit from medical therapies. In order to ease menopausal symptoms and aid in bone density maintenance, hormone replacement therapy, HRT, may be considered. Not everyone can benefit from HRT. Therefore, it's important to discuss the option with a doctor after taking into account your own unique health history and challenges. Bisphosphonates are another class of drugs that doctors may use to lower fracture risk by slowing bone resorption. However, bisphosphonates, like any drug, can cause negative effects, so talking to a doctor is crucial. Bone density examinations should be performed often to monitor bone health and detect any abnormalities. Bone density screenings can be used to monitor progress and determine if further preventative measures or therapy is required. Lifestyle changes can play an important role in maintaining bone health throughout menopause, in addition to exercise, nutrition, and medicinal therapies. The danger of bone loss and fractures is usually increased in people who are underweight, so it's important to not be underweight. Falls are a serious concern for people with osteoporosis, and engaging in exercises like yoga and Tai Chi that enhance balance and coordination can help. Getting enough sleep is also important for your general health, especially your bones. Tissues, including bones, are repaired and rebuilt during the deepest periods of sleep. It's also important to watch out for drugs that could lower bone density. Bone loss can occur as a side effect of several medications, such as the corticosteroids used to treat inflammatory disorders. Talk to your doctor about the risks to your bones from any medications you use regularly, and consider switching to a safer one if necessary. Menopause and your heart's health. One of the functions of estrogen in a woman's body is to keep her heart healthy. High-density lipoprotein, HDL, also known as good cholesterol, is increased, while low-density lipoprotein, LDL, also known as bad cholesterol, is decreased. Plaque formation in the arteries, atherosclerosis, is associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Therefore, maintaining a healthy equilibrium between these two factors is essential. These safeguards weaken as estrogen levels drop during menopause, leaving women more vulnerable to certain cardiovascular risk factors. A rise in LDL cholesterol and triglycerides is one of the most noticeable alterations and may play a role in the development of arterial plaque. Weight gain and altered fat distribution are additional side effects of menopause that might enhance the danger of developing metabolic syndrome and insulin resistance, which in turn raise the danger of developing cardiovascular disease. The endothelium, or inner lining of blood vessels, also plays a role in cardiovascular health, but is negatively influenced by menopause. Maintaining healthy blood vessel flexibility and function is one of estrogen's many benefits to cardiovascular health. However, when estrogen levels drop, the endothelium's ability to relax and tighten blood vessels might weaken, which can increase blood pressure and decrease blood flow to essential organs. Increased vulnerability to cardiovascular disease is compounded by the fact that menopause is often followed by changes in lifestyle, such as decreased physical activity and bad food choices. A woman's risk of developing heart disease, a stroke, or other cardiovascular issues might rise dramatically as a result of all of these changes. Once menopause starts, women should be urged to continue living a heart-healthy lifestyle. This involves not smoking and not drinking too much alcohol in addition to regular physical activity and a diet full of fruits, vegetables, nutritious grains, and lean proteins. Studies have shown that women, both during and after menopause, should have routine cardiovascular examinations, dealing with metabolic and physical changes. Women's metabolism and body composition might be impacted by the physiological changes that occur during menopause. The decrease in estrogen levels plays a crucial function in these changes in the body. Fat is redistributed as estrogen levels drop, causing a change in body composition. An increase in abdominal fat is common in women, and it can be frustrating since it can alter their body shape and put them at greater risk for certain health problems. Sarcopenia, or muscle wasting, is a natural part of aging that might speed up during menopause due to hormonal shifts. Muscle is metabolically active, thus losing muscle can reduce energy expenditure and make it harder to maintain a healthy weight. An increased hunger and food cravings are common symptoms of menopause, in addition to shifts in body fat percentage and muscle mass. Increased hunger and a craving for high-calorie, high-carbohydrate diets have been linked to hormonal changes. If eating habits aren't changed, giving in to these cravings might lead to weight gain. Fortunately, there are ways to deal with menopause's physical effects and keep your weight in a reasonable range. Carry out consistent exercise, especially resistance training. 2 or 3 sessions of strength training each week can help maintain muscular mass and metabolic rate. A healthy, well-rounded diet is also crucial at this time. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains are examples of foods that are high in nutrients, while excessively processed and sugary foods should be avoided. In order to control hunger and avoid binge eating, eating more frequently and in smaller portions can be helpful. Reducing stress is also important for maintaining health throughout menopause. Stress plays a role in weight gain and can disrupt hormonal equilibrium. Meditation, yoga, and simply spending time in nature are all great ways to de-stress and feel better emotionally. Your metabolism and other biological processes depend on you drinking enough water. Water consumption has been linked to decreased hunger and improved weight management. Mindfulness practice can help people deal with stress and emotional eating. Mindful eating involves chewing slowly and appreciating each bite, as well as learning to distinguish between physical hunger and emotional eating. Eating with awareness can help you make healthier decisions and adopt a more well-rounded nutritional strategy. How to deal with changing sexual desires. Vaginal atrophy, or the thinning and drying up of the vaginal tissues, is a common side effect of declining hormone levels during menopause. If you suffer from vaginal dryness, you may find it difficult to have pleasurable sexual experiences. Some women may also notice a decline in their libido or sexual desire, which can have repercussions for their sense of sexual confidence and their ability to become close to their partners sexually. Women should feel comfortable talking to their doctors about these changes. The good news is that there is help. Restoring hormone levels and boosting vaginal health with hormone replacement treatment, HRT, can reduce symptoms and improve sexual satisfaction. Women's sexual health can be supported in many ways, including through medical interventions and self-care practices. Masturbation and partnered sexual activity both increase blood flow to the vaginal tissues, which in turn helps preserve their suppleness. Physical activity and a balanced diet improve health and self-esteem, 2 factors that might have a beneficial impact on sexual performance. Vaginal dryness and pain can be alleviated by using a water-based lubricant during sexual activity. Maintaining closeness and understanding with a partner during menopause requires talking openly about the difficulties that may arise. Partners that are understanding and encouraging might be invaluable as you go through this time. Women should keep in mind that the effects of menopause on their sexual health extend beyond the physical. Sexual satisfaction and desire are linked to emotional and mental health. Treating emotional issues like anxiety, stress, and depression can improve sexual satisfaction. During menopause, it can be healthy to try new approaches to sexuality and other forms of intimacy and pleasure. If you want to find new ways to connect and enjoy yourself, look beyond penetrative intercourse and into the realms of sensuality and intimacy. If you want to have more satisfying sexual encounters, try massages or other sensual touch activities to help you unwind and get in the mood. Chapter 3. Emotional and Mental Health. Taking care of one's mental and emotional health is especially important during the menopausal transition. Recognizing and accepting the range of emotions that this natural change in a woman's life might bring about is essential. The first step in understanding menopause is realizing that it is a different experience for every woman. Women can respect their unique perspectives and feelings when they accept this variety. Promoting honest dialogue is a cornerstone of caring for one's mental and emotional well-being during menopause. Safe places to share emotions and worries can be found through honest conversation with loved ones or a therapist. It's important because it reminds women that they are not alone in dealing with menopause and helps reduce the stigma associated with the transition. The emotional ups and downs of menopause are manageable if you take the time to practice self-compassion. It's important for women to keep in mind that their feelings of anxiety, fear, or anger are natural reactions to change. Consistent physical exercise is another potent means of strengthening psychological and emotional well-being. The feel-good hormones called endorphins are released during physical activity and have been shown to lessen anxiety and depression. In addition to helping maintain physical health, it can also mitigate the physical effects of menopause. Stress and mood swings are common side effects of the hormonal changes that occur with menopause. Maintaining good mental health requires getting enough sleep. Better sleep and increased mental health can result from developing a soothing evening routine, reducing screen use in the hours before sleep, and sticking to a regular sleep schedule. Maintaining positive relationships with others is essential for menopausal mental wellness. Emotional support and a sense of belonging can be gained through having meaningful conversations, spending quality time with loved ones, or taking part in social events. Keeping in touch with loved ones allows you to learn from their stories and gain wisdom from others who have been through menopause before you. Mental activities are useful since hormonal shifts can disrupt cognitive processes. Puzzles and acquiring new skills can help with mental fitness. Also, engaging in creative pursuits like painting, writing can be a therapeutic way to express oneself and let go of pent-up emotions. Reducing and managing stress. Managing mood swings and stress can be aided by selecting nutrient-rich diets and avoiding triggers like caffeine. Dehydration is a contributing factor to irritation and exhaustion. Therefore, it's crucial to drink enough water throughout the day. It is crucial to reach out to others and maintain relationships throughout this time. Sharing your menopause journey openly with loved ones or those in a support group can help you feel less alone. Some women may benefit from talking to a therapist or counselor who may provide a secure environment in which they can examine their feelings and work on coping mechanisms. Sleep is also important. Insomnia caused by menopause has been linked to decreased energy and a heightened susceptibility to stress. The quality of your sleep can be enhanced by developing a regular sleep schedule and making your bedroom a soothing place to unwind. Keeping a journal throughout menopause can be a helpful way to explore and understand your feelings and ideas. Putting your ideas, feelings, and observations from each day down on paper can be cathartic and clarifying. Even more so than usual, menopause can benefit from an attitude of thankfulness. The difficulties of menopause can be overcome by shifting one's focus to the positives in life and expressing thanks for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Laughter is a great resource for dealing with the stresses of menopause. By relieving stress and elevating mood, humor can make even the most trying situations more manageable. Setting appropriate boundaries in your personal and professional relationships is also vital. Burnout and stress can be avoided by prioritizing self-care and learning to say no when required. Menopause and body image. The term body image is used to describe an individual's overall outlook and emotional state in relation to their physical self-perception. It's an integral part of who we are and can have profound effects on how we feel about ourselves. The expected and unforeseen changes in our bodies that occur over the course of a lifetime can test our sense of identity. Many people nowadays suffer from low self-esteem because of the unattainable beauty standards promoted by the media, advertisements, and societal norms. Because of this, we risk becoming too self-conscious about our looks and fixating on our perceived defects rather than appreciating our individuality and inherent beauty. Self-acceptance is necessary if you want to tolerate and even welcome changes in your physical appearance. Realizing that physical changes are inevitable can make dealing with them less of a struggle. Realizing that physical changes, such as aging, weight gain and loss, and other marks of human experience, are normal and to be expected can be liberating. A more positive self-perception of one's physique can be fostered by changing the focus from external validation to inward appreciation of one's physical capacities, participating in activities that encourage a positive body image can also help people adapt to new circumstances. Taking time for ourselves and focusing on what makes us happy and fulfilled may do wonders for our sense of self-worth and body acceptance. Having a positive body image relies in a large part on encouraging a healthy relationship with food. We can reframe our relationship with food from one of vanity to one of sustenance and pleasure. The ability to accept one's body and the changes it goes through depends on one's attitude towards food and one's belief in one's own right to eat without feeling guilty or ashamed. Realizing that no one is flawless and that striving for perfection is futile is a crucial step on the road to self-acceptance. Recognizing our flaws as part of what makes us special is a liberating realization. In a culture that places a premium on perfection, it's important to embrace the flaws that make us unique. Also, being conscious of the media we consume is vital in influencing how we feel about our bodies. Protecting our mental health and fostering a more positive body image requires taking measures to reduce our exposure to toxic content that promotes unattainable beauty standards. Chapter 4. Dietary Considerations. A menopause-friendly diet aims, among other things, to maintain hormonal equilibrium. It is important to prioritize whole meals and restrict intake of processed and sugary foods. The risk of developing age-related chronic diseases like heart disease and osteoporosis can be mitigated by eating a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean meats, and healthy fats. Maintaining healthy bones throughout menopause requires a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D. Sources include fatty fish, leafy greens, dairy products, and fortified plant-based milks. Adequate intake can help lessen the risk of fractures and osteoporosis as bone density tends to decline throughout menopause. Since hot flashes and night sweats are common during menopause, staying hydrated is essential. Maintaining a healthy body temperature and improving general health can be aided by drinking plenty of water throughout the day. Protein consumption should be prioritized during menopause because of the risk of alterations to metabolism and muscle mass. Chicken, fish, beans, and lentils are all examples of lean protein sources that can aid in tissue repair and maintenance. Antioxidant-rich foods can help reduce menopause-related inflammation and oxidative stress. Beneficial antioxidants are abundant in fruits and vegetables. These include berries, spinach, and sweet potatoes. Keep in mind that everyone has different nutritional requirements, so it's best to talk to a doctor or a dietitian to tailor your diet to your specific needs. Women can improve their health and well-being throughout menopause by adopting a menopausal-friendly diet and embracing healthy lifestyle practices. During menopause, it can be helpful to keep up with friends and participate in activities that provide you happiness and satisfaction. A sense of fulfillment and accomplishment can be developed via the pursuit of interests, hobbies, and community service. Fitness and exercise. Regular exercise can aid in the management of weight fluctuations during menopause, which are frequently brought on by hormonal changes. Even while your metabolism may slow down as you get older, remaining physically active will help you keep the weight off and keep the fat from gathering in spots like your stomach. Physical activity has been shown to improve mood and reduce menopausal symptoms like irritability, anxiety, and mood swings. Endorphins are feel-good hormones that are released in response to physical activity. These hormones reduce anxiety and boost morale. There is an increased risk of osteoporosis due to changes in bone density that occur during menopause. Bone health and fracture prevention can be enhanced through weight-bearing workouts like walking, running, and strength training. Cardiovascular health is very important during menopause, and regular exercise helps maintain it. Heart disease risk may increase as estrogen levels fall. Aerobic exercise, such as swimming, cycling, or dancing, is beneficial for heart and circulatory health. Exercising during menopause has been shown to improve sleep quality. Hormonal shifts can impair sleep for many women, but maintaining a regular exercise regimen has been shown to increase sleep quality and length. Menopause-related joint pain and stiffness can be mitigated by maintaining a regular exercise routine that increases both flexibility and muscle strength. In addition to its obvious physiological advantages, regular exercise can boost self-esteem. Increased confidence and acceptance of one's body can result from taking charge of one's health through exercise. Selecting activities that one enjoys and can maintain on a regular basis is crucial. Finding an activity like dance, yoga, hiking, or team sports that you enjoy doing increases the likelihood that you will stick with it on a regular basis. That if you have any pre-existing medical ailments or concerns, it's best to talk to your doctor before beginning an exercise routine. Sleep hygiene. Sleep disturbances are common during menopause, making it difficult for many women to get a good night's sleep. The good news is that there are a number of ways to get better sleep during this time of change. First, it's important to stick to a regular bedtime schedule. Maintaining a regular sleep-wake schedule can help your body's internal clock run more smoothly. This facilitates the development of a regular sleep-wake pattern, which in turn improves sleep quality and duration. The quality of your sleep can be enhanced by developing a relaxing pattern to follow before bed. Read a book, take a warm bath, do some deep breathing exercises, or stretch out before going to bed to help you wind down. Melatonin is the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. Thus, it's important to avoid stimulating activities or gadgets that generate blue light before bed, as the lights suppress the release of melatonin. It's best to avoid or at least cut back on caffeine and alcohol consumption in the evenings if you want a good night's rest. It's preferable to have both earlier in the day and in moderation, as they can make it difficult to get to sleep and stay asleep. Maintain a calm, dark, and peaceful atmosphere in your bedroom. Invest in a high-quality mattress and soft, supportive pillows to improve your night's sleep. Use earplugs or a white noise machine to drown out distracting noises, and use an eye mask or blackout drapes to block out all light. The way you eat can also have an effect on how well you sleep. Eat plenty of healthy foods and nutrients like magnesium and tryptophan that can help you get a good night's rest. If you want to get a good night's sleep, you should avoid eating a big meal just before bed. If you're hungry right before bed, choose something light and healthy. Chapter 5. Hormone Replacement Therapy. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT, is a medical treatment used to control the symptoms of menopause. It involves giving women hormones like estrogen and progesterone to counteract the negative effects of hormone decline. Women with severe menopausal symptoms may benefit greatly from HRT. Its potential advantages extend far beyond the temporary alleviation of menopausal symptoms. Researchers have shown that HRT may lessen the likelihood of developing osteoporosis. Women who are at a higher risk of osteoporosis may benefit from HRT that includes estrogen, since it helps in preserving bone density. Despite the fact that HRT has many positive effects, it is important to weigh the dangers before beginning treatment. There is some evidence that HRT raises the risk of health problems such as blood clots, stroke, and heart disease. When HRT is started in older women or several years after the onset of menopause, this risk appears to be increased. Women should undergo a complete evaluation of their health and risk factors before undergoing the process. Keep in mind that not all women will benefit from HRT. Alternative treatments may be necessary for people with a history of cancer, liver disease, or blood clotting issues. In addition, whereas women with an intact uterus need both estrogen and progesterone to reduce their risk of endometrial cancer, women who have had a hysterectomy, the removal of the uterus, may only need estrogen replacement. Follow-up appointments with healthcare experts are essential for persons who choose HRT, so that effects can be monitored and medication adjusted as needed. Women should be urged to talk openly with their doctors about any health issues or changes they've noticed. New therapies and treatments for menopause relief may become available as scientific knowledge expands. Alternative and complementary medicine. Acupuncture is one of the most well-known alternative medicine treatments for menopause. Thin needles are inserted at strategic spots on the body, which aims to restore harmony by re-establishing energy flow. Acupuncture has helped many women get better sleep and reduce the frequency and severity of hot flashes. Yoga and meditation are also methods used for dealing with menopause. These mind-body techniques might help with the emotional upheaval that often comes with major life changes. Women may find relief from emotional swings by participating in regular yoga sessions and adopting mindfulness meditation. Herbal supplements have also gained popularity as a means of alleviating menopause symptoms. Some plants, like black cohosh, red clover, and dong quai, may help reduce hot flashes and vaginal dryness because of their estrogen-like characteristics. However, before using herbal supplements, it is crucial to contact with a healthcare practitioner. Another alternative treatment that has been shown to have positive effects on mood and stress levels is aromatherapy. Diffusing or topically applying oils like lavender, clary sage, and chamomile might help reduce anxiety and promote restful sleep for menopausal women. Herbal supplements may have side effects, so it's important to talk to a doctor before using any. In addition, not everyone should take herbal supplements. Thus, it's important to have individualized recommendations from a doctor. Chapter 6. Changing your mindset about menopause. Instead of being sad about losing our fertility, we should be glad that our periods are finally over. Today is a day to celebrate the incredible fortitude and perseverance our bodies have shown throughout the years, and to acknowledge that our value does not rest primarily in our ability to have children. It's possible to look upon menopause as a chance to take back control of one's life. We may have put the wants and demands of others ahead of our own throughout our lives. Now that we've reached a new phase of life, we can give our attention to things like improving our health and happiness and rekindling dormant interests. It's vital to fight back against the common perception of menopause as a period of decline. Let's see it instead as a chance to learn and develop our independence. The stigma associated with menopause can be reduced, and a more accepting and understanding culture can be established for all women if its reality as a natural and transformational process is accepted. The onset of menopause might also prompt some much-needed contemplation. Changes in hormone levels and the accompanying roller coaster of emotions can cause us to rethink our objectives and aspirations. To make decisions that are in tune with our true selves and our hearts, we must first embrace this inner journey. By looking at menopause as the beginning of a new era in our lives, we can learn from the past and look forward to the future with excitement. Embracing menopause is a time of significant shift and a celebration of the magnificent woman we have become requires an optimistic mindset, self-compassion, and a desire to grow. Even while we welcome menopause as the beginning of a new phase in our lives, we may be realistic about the fact that it won't always be easy. Hot flashes, mood changes, and sleep disruptions are just a few of the physical and emotional symptoms that can accompany menopause. However, by facing and discussing these changes head-on, we may go through them with ease and fortitude. The assistance of an expert is also highly recommended. Menopause specialists in healthcare, as well as therapists and counselors who can help with the psychological and emotional components, can provide invaluable advice on how to cope with the changes and difficulties that may develop. Self-compassion and self-kindness are also crucial in this new chapter. Weakness, uncertainty, and longing are normal emotions to experience on our path. By treating ourselves kindly, we may welcome all of our feelings and use them as guides on the path to greater self-awareness and development. Making friends and learning from their stories. During menopause, it can be quite helpful to connect with other women and develop social networks. Menopause is just one more life experience that brings women together to share stories and support one another. Although this period is not without its difficulties, it does serve to bring women together towards a common goal. The mental and physical upheaval of menopause can make a woman feel completely alone. But if we reach out to other women who are going through or have gone through menopause, we can build a feeling of community and shared experience. These relationships can help us feel heard and validated. The taboo around menopause might be lessened when women talk to one another about their own personal experiences. Goal setting. Because menopause often coincides with other major life transitions like retirement or the end of childrearing, it provides an opportunity to reevaluate one's priorities. It's a chance to pursue hobbies and interests that have been on the back burner. Taking up a new creative pursuit, expanding one's knowledge base, or exploring the globe all open up a world of opportunities. With the right mindset, menopause can be a springboard to a life of renewed meaning and fulfillment. Women can let go of self-limiting notions and welcome the age-related wisdom that comes with seeing this change as a normal and necessary aspect of life. They can develop resiliency, foster compassion, and set off on a path to self-discovery and fulfillment that will serve them well beyond menopause. Women can learn to value self-expression and creativity as they embrace this transitional period with a stronger sense of identity and greater resilience. During menopause, many women discover latent abilities and a need to create. Engaging in artistic pursuits, whether writing, painting, dancing, or anything else, can be immensely healing and gratifying. Maintaining a spirit of exploration as you enter a new stage of life is especially important throughout menopause. Attempting something new and getting out of one's comfort zone can help one develop as a person and bring them closer to the wonders of the world. The transition into menopause can also provide women with an opening to explore new identities and responsibilities. It's a chance to be one's own self without regard to conventional wisdom. To find meaning and develop as a person throughout menopause, one must accept that her experience will be different from that of other women, and that there is no one correct way to deal with the transition. Chapter 7. Menopause and Relationships. When two people in a committed relationship go through menopause together, it can be a life-altering experience where love, empathy, and patience play crucial roles. Hormonal changes that occur during menopause can cause irritability, insomnia, and night sweats in women. These changes can be perplexing and taxing on a relationship. It's critical for couples to talk openly about their problems and for each person to feel like they're being heard and supported. Intimacy may suffer during menopause because of hormonal changes and the associated discomfort. Kindness and gentleness are especially important at these times. Having open discussions about one another's physical and emotional demands can help couples grow closer to one another and open up new avenues for mutual enjoyment. Keeping your sense of humor is a potent weapon. Laughter is a great stress reliever, and it's especially helpful while dealing with the difficulties of menopause. Laughter and jokes are a great way for a couple to bond and deal with change together. Another important part of being a good partner is learning as much as possible about menopause. When one spouse is aware of the physiological and psychological shifts she is going through, the other is better able to help and empathize. Together, they can have a deeper understanding of the path they are on by going to doctor's appointments. Kindness and consideration offered in tiny ways can have a big impact. You can show your partner how much you care by cooking their favorite dish, giving them a massage, or just being there to listen to them. But it's important for partners going through menopause together to talk about any problems that may come up. Keep in mind that menopause is just transitory, and with the right attitude, it can even pave the way for a closer bond between you and your partner. Going through menopause together can strengthen a couple's bond and teach them to adapt to new circumstances with grace and understanding. By facing this challenge together, couples can come out of it stronger and more bonded. It's important for couples going through menopause together to be pliable and open to change. Each woman's experience of menopause is different, as are the severity and length of her symptoms. Therefore, the necessary backing and comprehension may change with time. A sign of true love and care is showing consideration for your partner by attending to their feelings and needs. During menopause, emotional support is especially important. Sensitivity and a lack of confidence may arise during a hormonal transition. By showing empathy and acknowledging your partner's feelings, you may establish a secure environment in which she feels comfortable being open and vulnerable. Finding new methods to bond as a couple is always a good idea. To improve the emotional connection and provide relief from menopause-related difficulties, couples should try exploring shared interests or participating in activities that bring joy and fulfillment. By doing this, you'll help your significant other and yourself remember what brought you together in the first place. There is potential for personal and relational development throughout menopause. Partners can develop adaptability, resilience, and empathetic understanding as they go through these experiences together. Both partners may experience highs and lows as they progress through menopause together. It's important to keep in mind that menopause isn't a smooth ride from start to finish. Symptoms can and will fluctuate. That's why having tolerance, understanding, and compassion is even more crucial throughout this process. Family and menopause. It's important for women to talk to their loved ones about menopause and get their support as they go through this life transition. Although menopause is a normal part of a woman's life, the physical, emotional, and mental changes it brings can be difficult to navigate. Communicating more openly with those closest to you can help everyone involved develop greater compassion and understanding. It's important to come into the dialogue with an open mind. By opening up about their own feelings and reactions, loved ones can better understand the challenges of menopause. It is important to reassure loved ones that menopause is a natural life transition and not a serious medical condition. Menopause is a journey, And like any journey, it has its ups and downs. Some days, the person may feel more irritated, tired, or overwhelmed than others. In such times, loved ones should show compassion and tolerance, refraining from taking things personally and instead providing a soothing presence. Coping with menopause in the workplace. It's crucial to talk openly about menopause in the workplace. It's possible that many people, both men and women, have a hazy idea of what menopause is and the difficulties it might cause. By eliminating the taboos surrounding the topic of menopause through open discussion, we may foster a more compassionate environment in the workplace. Policies and practices that help workers who are experiencing menopause should be made available in the workplace. Workplace options like part-time or remote work and flexible scheduling fall under this category. This leeway helps women deal with their symptoms so they can keep working and being responsible members of society. It is also important for businesses to provide menopause-related materials and information to their employees. Counseling and guidance for employees going through menopause might be incorporated into existing employee assistance programs. Compassion and understanding from one's coworkers and superiors go a long way towards mitigating the effects of menopause. The stigma associated with talking about menopause can be reduced by creating an environment where women feel safe approaching others for aid and understanding. Hot flashes and mood swings are common menopause symptoms, so it's a good idea for employers to make accommodations for their employees who need a quiet location to deal with them at work. A person's mental health and sense of job satisfaction can benefit greatly from the availability of a quiet area where they can go away for a few minutes. Health and wellness programs that concentrate on menopause-related issues might also be helpful. To aid in the management of menopausal symptoms and promote general health, these programs may provide access to exercise courses, stress reduction strategies, and nutritional assistance. Increasing the representation of women in top positions can also have a beneficial effect on how menopause is handled inside the company. Women's representation at the top of an organization increases the possibility that menopausal workers will be understood and cared for, as some of the company's top brass may have gone through menopause themselves or be more sensitive to the difficulties that menopausal workers encounter. Organizations can foster a culture that supports and respects the perspectives of all employees by continuously changing and developing the approach to handling menopause in professional contexts.